use Starcode BramP.
So, yes, the update wasn't the biggest update ever, and I have some things to say about that. I mean, not that my input really matters, but this is a very biased video, but the update has gotten a lot of backlash, which is understandable. The water changed. It's not the prettiest water, but it's the best for now, and there's actually a lot planned for it. And this is basically a test phase, so that's out of the way already. But the fact that people have sent threats to Coeptus and Froggy over the update is just terrible. People were promised a school and pets and whatever, and none of the developers ever mentioned that, so I don't know where people got that or what video they got that from. But keep in mind that some people are leakers and some people want content to be clicked. But that doesn't always mean that that thing that they present or show or tell that it's coming to the game is actually coming to the game. And yes, this update took 2 months to be finished, but on the other hand, Froggy still has a full-time job, so he's very busy with that. And he also had COVID. And we need to keep in mind as well that we need to allow people breaks. And updates, yes, they do change the game a lot and they are exciting, but keep in mind that we also need to allow them a break, and sometimes they need to just chill a little bit and not constantly work on the game. And updates are fun and they improve the game, but they're also not necessary for the game because the game is already good. And the fact that people are saying that Bloxburg is dying makes other people think that Bloxburg is dying and makes other people say that Bloxburg is dying, which means that they will quit in term as well. So it's just a circle of Bloxburg is dying, so it must be dying, so it must be true, and then you say it as well, and then the other person's like, oh my god, a lot of people say that Bloxburg is dying, it's probably dying, so I'm gonna say that as well. And that's how these chains get started. And yes, a new map is planned, and yes, bigger things are planned, but don't expect them to be update upon update upon update, because there are only 2 people working on the team, and the other developers that were added to the game, they aren't even testers, so they are for a completely different thing. So I know that people have said that they are developers and that they were added to the game and then assumed that updates would come quicker or updates would be bigger, but that were assumptions, and that were leakers, and that were YouTubers who said that, not people who actually work on the game. So that's quite sad to see as well, that people got their hopes up, and then of course, yes, a smaller update comes along and it's not at all what they expected it to be, because, well, the planes and the school and the pets and everything else that was leaked, it didn't come. And there we are. That's what all this fuss is all about. So I guess, I mean, I'm not saying that this is the best update. I'm definitely not defending that. This is not a great update, and I admit that. But should you attack Coeptus or Froggy for that? Definitely not. You can voice your opinion. You could say, okay, I don't really like this update, but it's okay, we already have a lot in the game. But to send them threats or say that if the next update isn't good, I will hack the game or whatever, I mean, that's kind of hurtful, and that's also another circle that you bring them in, because they will constantly be like, okay, no matter what I do, it's gonna be bad anyway, so I'm gonna just not work on the update at all, or I'm not motivated to add something bigger anymore because I just get negativity constantly, and I just try to avoid that, so we're just gonna quickly add this. Now, in this case, there was, of course, a lot, and we still should be happy for what we got. I mean, entire games are based on water parks and water slides, and we get water slides in Bloxburg. That's a really big thing, especially the kind of water slides that we have gotten. I mean, there are games that are like Pool Tycoon or Water Park World, completely focus on the pool aspect and the slides aspect of the game, while they also have a lot of other things you can do, of course. They have water slides and stuff like that as well, and when Bloxburg adds water slides, it's like it's the worst thing, but that's just because people were expecting something completely different and that didn't happen. So that's kind of saddening to see as well. Now, I just wanted to share my frustrations with you, I guess, and I feel like we shouldn't wait for 1.0. 1.0 might not even be a big update, as Froggy once stated. They are just numbers to them, and it doesn't necessarily mean that 1.0 is bigger. I also seen a lot of people talk already about, hey, 1.0 is going to be so big, that's why this update is so small. Don't say that. That's what happened with this update, and you're doing it again with the next update, so that kind of sucks as well. But again, I'm not against the leakers. I'm against people who say for sure that something is going to come to a very young audience that will believe everything, and that's kind of where it ruins updates, and that ruins the fun as well. But I mean, leaking things is fun as long as you don't hack into inventories and stuff like that, but we should be more respectful towards the developers, and not every game can be like Adopt Me, where you get an update every week, or what is it? And I feel like we need to stop comparing it to every other single game on Roblox, because it is a game on its own, and that's what it is, and that's... yeah, it's just frustrating to see so many people be angry for an update when they don't really appreciate what we have already, which is kind of sad. But yeah, anyways, I just wanted to say that and get some things out of the way. Don't get your hopes up for 1.0. See what is coming. Don't believe every single leak that you see. Don't believe every single video, especially from people who haven't been trustworthy in the past. Trust what is coming from the developers. Don't even trust me, because I'm just a tester. I test updates. I don't even know what half of what is coming next. So don't trust anyone except for what is real. And leaks are fun, but take them with a grain of salt, I guess. That's all I wanted to say for today's video. Wow, this was a negative video. But anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want you to go and attack anyone. I want you to be respectful, and I want you to just take everything with a little grain of salt, as I said, and don't attack people for not doing something that you thought they were gonna do, because that's a little bit sad. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button, and please subscribe.